Oh, hold on, you're staring at my ugly mug. That's better. I'm going to call this part 2 of the Marion repair, even though I've released that first video already. We've already seen Coppola running. This is Buster. Now, good news for the owner is both the lower boards work. I put the video board from Coppola with the Coppola ROM onto this lower board and it's all running fine. So, a couple of minor repairs were needed. You can barely see it under there because it's holding the video board up for the minute, but it's got a new 4538 and 4011, and I replaced the rotten transistor here with a ZTX 450 for the reset circuit. I see I've done a lot of mod there as well. I've actually taken a line off the collector for the reset transistor and put it through to the board's logic probe. Marion boards have a logic probe built in. Not a lot of people know that. So I took advantage of that to see what the reset circuit is doing. Now, video board wise, from what I could see, these work. But the Strike and Urge, and I remember this from back in the day because I had one. Strike and Urge uses a TTL monitor. Coppola doesn't. You can see there's that little creative network of resistors and a capacitor there over that 7417. Well, what they did was they cut the traces under here and they send the sync signals back through another inverter with open collector outputs so that it can drive like a micro VTech cub monitor. See, here's a plug for it here. It's like the plug you get in your old BBC B monitor that used to have at school. But so I had to get creative. I had to replace a couple of parts as well. The 7417 was rotten. There's this chip there that was rotten. One of the shifters was bad. Replaced that. I might replace the other two. And chip over here was bad. But yeah, I had to get a little creative and think outside of the box. So what I did was I took the 74 LSO4 that belongs up there, that originally deals with this thing, out. I put another one in. It's an HC part, I think, but it's doing the job. I bent the relevant leads out that carry the sync signals and solid leads to them. Sort of a little breakout so that I can demod the board back to PAL signals without modding it. Removing the mod, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, did that. And that's connected up there to my upscaler so that I can see what's going on. Yeah, that's what I did. That we mod and resets off. And there she is. Nice, crisp, clear graphics. Now, she's not perfect yet. Oh, I can smell it burning my chair here, but never mind. She's not perfect yet, but she is there. Ignore the screen jumping a little bit if you see it. That's just the upscaler getting it slightly wrong. So I think I've still got a little bit of work to do. I'm going to replace that capacitor there. I'm going to do a bit of work to the power supply because it could be done with a refit. There's still the other power supply as well to look at, but essentially, yeah, it's there. I remember this from back in the day. I remember this when I had it. It's an absolutely beautiful game to play. It looks so simple in this day and age, doesn't it? But what they did with it was absolutely lovely. I love the way when you power it down, it just kind of loses its marbles. It doesn't have a watchdog circuit, so to speak. It'll keep going until it loses power. But yeah, it's a lovely game to play. They were quite ahead of their time. Marion were. Like I said, they do all the casino and skill games now under their new name of Heber, but I think they should have stuck with stuff like this. But anyways, so all I'm going to do now is I can't get a hold of a cub monitor, but what I could do is there's a couple of leads still needing reattached under there. Those big massively oversized leads. They're like that because the cub monitor is like a live chassis, I think, so it has the potential to send high voltage pulses back. But the 7417 is designed for high voltage loads. It's quite an unusual logic chip, but there you go. So yeah, I'm going to figure out switch connections now. I'm waiting for a small test monitor to come so I can make this setup a little bit more compact. I mean, that's just my old PC monitor. I've actually got something nice that should arrive soon, and if I can figure out how to do it, we'll do a gameplay video on that. Alright, so stay tuned hopefully for a couple of gameplay videos when I get around to it, or just a little additional, just like JPM System 80, Marion boards with bit test sockets, so you can hook maybe a test box and stuff to this and test all your outputs and stuff. They don't just drive, Marion boards don't just drive video boards, they can drive traditional rails, etc. But yeah, I'm happy with that so far, and I'm sure the owner will be happy with progress, and stay tuned for the next one. Bye bye for now.